right, so you already know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna preface this by saying there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of stories about what Matrix Four is all about, and even more than that, these content creators, not a lot of them, but um, some of them are already like saying that they've heard leaks and they're not excited about what's gonna happen and what they've heard. And it's for me, it's kind of like if you go in there thinking that it's gonna be terrible, I mean, it's probably not a good way to go in. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how far the rabbit hole goes. Honestly, because there's been a whole culture surrounding this movie. Not four, but the other movies. I mean, there's a whole culture that spanned, all these, decades since, the first one came out that has just basically been it's, the culture has parodied, the Matrix style for so long, fighting and whether it be the fighting of the movie, the philosophy of the movie, and honestly, I just want to see how, not Neo, but Morpheus has a scene where he says, we're gonna see how far you could see how far the rabbit hole goes, or something like that. And that's what I want to do. I want to see how far the rabbit hole goes. I'm expecting twists and turns. That's what I am expecting. I'm expecting a good movie. That's what I am expecting. Um, but I'm also expecting it not to be like, um, I don't expect it necessarily to be um, as the same as the other movies. You know what I mean? Like I expected to take a different tone. There's been all these years have passed since those movies have come out, um, and everyone's been saying that it's deeper than even what you think. And in a way, that's what I want it to be. I want it to be a situation where you know things that we thought we had a grasp on were all just an illusion. You know what I mean? Because that's basically what I kind of get from the whole Matrix um, mythos, ethos, sort of. You know what I mean? Like um, we don't really quite understand how deep it goes. And so I was gonna make this make this content about okay, kind of like what I've heard and put it together. But I'm gonna probably make other videos about this. But I wanted to just say I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. There's gonna be twists and turns, um, and the movie is I've heard from one of the Wachowskis, well, the Wachowski that's working on it, say that it's not going to be like the other ones. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited because I want to see a fresh take. You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest, the technology is better, you know what I'm saying? For them to visually make something more superior, at least visually, than the other Matrix movies. And, now story wise, honestly, I feel like part one obviously is the best one. They kind of went more for the action late in the later installments than say the the philosophy aspect. They went more for the action aspect, and I think um, I think it's gonna be interesting. I was digging through the internet a little bit, and I was seeing the Matrix Online was actually is a video game. Matrix Online is a video game that actually continued the story of Matrix. After Matrix 3, and if you remember Matrix 3, the movie, um, Neo sacrifices himself. The computers haul his body off. I mean, the machines haul his body off, and we never see from him again. And so, um, obviously, if you look at the trailers, he's still there. So obviously, they plugged him back in some capacity, and also in Matrix Online, that video game that continued the story. It's talking about basically how the people that survived, that are awoke, are trying to basically reconnect, um, Neo back to the real world, and there's fragments of his, you know what I mean, of his mind within the Matrix. So they're trying to find that. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to reawaken him, and I mean, I think that's why it's called Resurrection. There's a guy who's playing a young Neo in the movie, and I'm not, you know, this is what I'm excited about. I don't even know if Morpheus knows that, you know, he's Morpheus. You know, we obviously, um, from what I've seen, what I've gathered, how I've interpreted, Neo doesn't know that he is the one, obviously, because there's fragments of his, you know what I mean, and he's still in the Matrix. So obviously he's, you know, he's still deep in the rabbit hole and hasn't found his way out into what we know as, you know, the desert of the real. And so it's going to be interesting to see people really react to this. I'm just going to come in as a fan. I got high expectations, but I'm not going to be, um, you know, I got high expectations. So, you know, if it's a dud, I'm a, you know, say it's a dud, but I'm not going in with low expectations, you know, because you know, there's so many places they can go. There's so many places they can go with this, and you know, it's Matrix is stuck with people so for so long. You know, what I'm saying its hold is very strong in the zeitgeist, and I want to see them expound upon it. I want to see was, you know, because from what I gathered from all the Matrix movies, is that it was a continuous battle between the machines and the humans. The humans relied on the machines relied on humans being asleep, you know, so they can use them and use them for the energy basically. And you know, I think this is just, you know, how obviously they came to a truce in Matrix 3. The machines and the humans did. So I'm excited to see, okay, we're gonna rock. They're gonna rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? I think the rocking of the boat is gonna be more on the human side. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, obviously, you know, the machines want business to be as it is. You know, there's always some people that got to be stuck in the matrix. And that's how the machines look at it. You know, to my knowledge, and they want to obviously keep thriving. And the humans are like, no, we all got to be free. If we're not all free, from what I gather, they're like, no, the humans are like, we all got to be free. Because if we're not all free, then none of us are free. So it's going to be interesting. I wonder if they're really going to like break the wheel, so to speak, when it comes to, you know, ending the simulation. Are we really going to find our way out of the rabbit hole? Are we going to see how deep it goes? You know, obviously that's a question. Are we really going to see how deep it goes, and are they going to break that wheel? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just a perpetual, someone always has to be asleep in order for this wheel to keep, in order for this thing to just, you know, um, in order for this thing to just be peaceful coexistence, there's always have to be people sleep. And what I'm thinking is, what I'm hoping is that that answer is no. I'm hoping they can just destroy the simulation, and you know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna make a lot of videos about this. I'll make a lot of videos about this because I'm still trying to gather my thoughts after seeing bits of the trailer. Because the trailer, it's not even really a trailer so far. This is on the eve of the real trailer. So I've been seeing bits and pieces, putting the little fragments they've been showing us in the teaser trailer. So I'll be making more videos on this, so stay tuned.